Welcome back to the Pick Trail. It is time for our recruiting report with Kevin McPherson, our basketball insider. And Kevin, freshmen were finally allowed back on campus, and the Fantastic Four joining the Razorbacks on the Hill.
Outstanding group of Arkansas in-state high school players. It's been chronicled for years how good this 2020 class was in the state of Arkansas. We know that they committed right around the early period in November, then they signed in April. And finally, it's moving day. Now they're on campus. Friday was the day. Monday will begin formally they can begin their voluntary strength and conditioning workouts with the veterans who came back to campus and started during that in early June. But what a journey it's been. And you look at Moses Moody, Kaylin KK Robinson, Jalen Williams, Devontae Davis. These four players, like I said, so much has been talked about. These guys, I got a chance to catch up with most of them in the gym in the last few weeks to see the progress they've made. During this layoff during the pandemic, there's not been a lot of activity in terms of being able to track guys, but just being able to get in the gym because they're in state and close by, you could see the work they've put in to prepare themselves to give themselves a chance once they join the veterans to maybe get in there and not be so far behind as you might think freshmen are all the time. For these guys, I think the effort revealed to me that they're serious about, helping Arkansas establish a legacy. Eric Musman's second season, you see a lot of these way too early top 25 polls include Arkansas. I think a big reason of that is this national top 5 class. But again, we mentioned the names. These players all ranked in the top 100 bring something different to the table, and all four of them could be on the floor together. So you don't have an overlap of guys playing the same position. So I think it's a unique class. Again, move-in day makes it kind of official, right? Now they're in Fayetteville. Now they're part of the program.
Well, we do have some recruiting news to talk about. First off, J.D. Davison, a guy for the 2021 class, a 5-star guard in Arkansas, is actually in his top 10.
Yeah, Arkansas's had a nice run in the last few weeks of 2021 prospect, 5-star prospects, including the Hogs in their top 10. He's the latest one, 6'3" point guard, top 20 guy out of Alabama. He did some virtual tours with Arkansas back in May and eventually got to the point where he got an offer. But, Arkansas, obviously being in his top 10 is a good, we'll see where some of this goes with guys like Harrison Ingram, another 5-star in that class. When you look at Langston Love, when you look at Kendall Brown, all of those are 5-star level guys that have Arkansas in their final 10. Now we see J.D. Davison. We'll see where Arkansas ends up with these guys, but it always helps when you can brand and market the program, being included on these lists with the top players in the country. I mean, when you start talking 5-stars, these are guys that project to NBA first-round picks a lot of the time, in just a year or two from when they enter college. So it always helps Arkansas's branding when you're mentioned by these types of players.
And Kevin, I know everyone is ready to see some live sports again. Basketball season is still a ways away, though, but we do know that there are 4 new non-conference games on the schedule.
Yeah, Arkansas is going to open the season at home on November 10th against Oral Roberts. This is a Tulsa-heavy flavored schedule, by the way. Arkansas is going to play Oklahoma in a neutral site game in December in Tulsa. There's going to be a road game at some point at Tulsa, who won the American Athletic Conference last year. But Oral Roberts will be the season opener for Arkansas at Bud Walton Arena. There's a former preferred walk-on at the University of Arkansas, R.J. Glasper, who transferred after sitting out 1 year, his freshman year at Arkansas, to Arkansas Tech. Now he's at Oral Roberts, so he'll be coming in with the Eagles in that season opener. But Arkansas also has games scheduled and announced this. You've got Northern Illinois coming into Bud Walton Arena on November 28th. December 5, it's Lipscomb at Bud Walton Arena, and then December 23rd, you've got Abilene Christian. So Arkansas now, we know they're going to be in that Big 12 SEC Challenge again. We don't know the opponent. That'll be a road game. But if you look at everything right now, we know there's 10 opponents. We know that the 11th is what I just mentioned. It'll be a Big 12 opponent with 2 more to go. And with the recent announcement in early June that Arkansas is going to add Arkansas State and UCA in-state schools to the list of in-state schools that the Razorbacks can schedule games against in all sports excluding football, and we know they played the Little Rock Trojans in a preseason game last year. I look for one of these last 2 opponents possibly to be an in-state school. I think that's going to happen. We're going to keep our eyes on that. What an interesting schedule it'll be, though, if that does get revealed.
All right, Kevin McPherson, thank you so much for your time, as always. But that's going to do it for our recruiting report. We've got more on the Pick Trail after the break.